Hey, Brandon here. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. Have another 2024 rookie scouting report for you. Trying to get you ready for your rookie drafts. And today I want to talk about Mr. Ray Davis, Kentucky running back. He is a 5-year senior, 5'8", 220 pounds. Went down to the Senior Bowl, came out as a riser. And the more film I watch on Ray Davis, the more I like. So we're going to get into this film. We're going to talk about his scouting report. We're going to talk about some stats. We're going to talk about player comps. We're going to see his draft capital. And at the end of the show, I'm going to link his Florida game where it was a unbelievable performance. And you're going to see some of the traits that we talk about here on this show. He ran 26 times, 280 yards, and 3 TDs. He literally destroyed Florida. So at the very end of this show, I'm going to link that show or that film for you so you can go watch Ray Davis and scout him for yourself. Also, you'll see at the bottom of the screen, I've got a product called the Devy the Dynasty Dashboard. I have all 22 films in that product as well. So if you want a 2-week subscription on all these rookies, I've got films and more scouting analysis and everything. Hit me up via email. Let's get to the show. All right. Ray Davis, all right? These are the 2023 stats you're seeing here on the screen. He had 185 attempts for 1,000 yards this year, 5.7 yards per attempt, only had 1 fumble on the season, 13 TDs. Had a really nice PFF grade, 91.3, you can see on the run grade here. Yards after contact, 723, 3.9 average, missed tackles forced at 50, all right? So this is his career. He started out at Temple, went to Vanderbilt, then he came and went to Kentucky, and he rushed for 1,000 yards at each one of those schools. I think he's one of the only college football players that has rushed for 1,000 yards at 3 different schools. So this guy has got some wear and tear on him as a 5-year player. But in any case, an exciting prospect nonetheless. All right, targets. Had a really nice year catching the ball out of the backfield. And when we get to his scouting report, I'm going to talk about that. He's a capable pass catcher. Had 28 receptions, 318 yards. You can see here, had 7 TDs through the air. So he's going to bring that pass catching ability to the table when we are looking at dynasty running backs. And from a fantasy and PPR standpoint, we love running backs who can catch the ball out of the backfield. All right, let's get to his scouting report. What do we see on the film? I've watched this guy all season, and like I said, after watching the All-22 film, that I post for my dashboard subscribers, you really get a good look at his scouting report of what he brings to the table. First off, his vision and navigation at the line of scrimmage, I think, is really good. He's a patient runner, sees the cutback lanes, but his navigation and his ability to just, follow his blocks and find the creases, I think is really, really good, especially when you watch the All-22 film. It's really evident that he has the ability to get through those skinny creases and really navigate really well through the line of scrimmage. For a guy who's 5'8", 220, I think he's got some sweet feet. I think he's got the ability to laterally move, and as a running back, you have to make guys miss, right? That is the name of the game. You've got to create space for yourself. I think he's got some good jump cut ability. He can string together a couple cuts here and there. So his lateral agility, I think, is really good and impressive, especially around the line of scrimmage in the first 5 to 10 yards. He can make linebackers miss. He can kind of make safeties take wrong angles. Pretty impressive when he's running with the ball. Listen, this guy's got a solid frame, right? His contact balance and yards after contact is really good. You see guys, he is a physical runner, right? And a physical runner who's got, like I said, some lateral agility. So that's kind of a nice combination because that usually isn't the case. Usually with a bigger, running back, they don't have the ability to laterally move as well. But I think Ray Davis has both of those traits, which is intriguing to me. All right. And I think he's a capable pass catcher. Not only just on dump off passes and that type of thing. I'm talking about, I've seen on the All-22 films where he's actually running vertical routes out of the backfield, running through the middle of the line of scrimmage and doing out routes and, down the seam and stuff like that. So I think he was just underutilized at Vanderbilt at Temple in the passing game, but he goes to Kentucky, and they must have seen something with his pass-catching ability and utilized him in that capacity. He's a really good pass protector, too. Again, when you watch the All-22 film and you can see on pass plays, he gives an effort. He doesn't have the best technique, but I don't think he's going to be a liability on an NFL field, and I think that is really good because I think there's a lot of running backs that go to the NFL that don't get on the field because they can't pass protect, and it's just not something they want, the physicality. This is a physical player, and he doesn't mind getting dirty, right? At the line of scrimmage and taking on those linebackers and those safeties coming around the edge. So Let's talk a little bit about his draft capital. He's kind of been a riser. I love mock drafts. I'm always looking at mock drafts and everything. But you can see right now on mockdraftdatabase.com on the image here, he's at 130. His pick is high as a 90. So I think he's going to be an early day 3 pick. I mean, I don't think we're going to see many running backs go in day 2 in this class. We might get 1 or 2 or 3 maybe. But I think the majority of the backs are going to start coming off the board on round 4 and 5. In the NFL draft. So from a rookie standpoint, he could sneak into the second round if he gets a good draft capital. But if he's drafted in the 5th round, then he's going to be more like a 3rd round pick in our rookie drafts. But we'll have to see. We're going to let the NFL decide, who really or who doesn't really like Ray Davis as a runner who's going to be a contributor on their team. All right. And my comp for him, my player comp is Ramondre Stevenson, right? Ramondre Stevenson was like a late bloomer at Oklahoma. And I kind of see a similar skill set a little bit where, bigger backs, has the ability to laterally move. And Stevenson's a really good pass catcher out of the backfield. He got dinged up last year, got hurt, so we didn't really get to see him play. But he is my comp. And if he would have a career like Stevenson, I'd be really, really happy. I think that'd be a great floor to see. Is Ray Davis going to get an opportunity to lead an NFL backfield like Stevenson? Not sure. It seems like the NFL just wants these committee backs. They want a big back and they want a smaller back, and they're just going to be rotated in and out. But anyway, similar play styles for me as far as size and ability, a little bigger backs that have the ability to laterally move and can catch the ball out of the backfield. So, all right, let's get to it, man. I'm going to link this Florida game. I got films just like this scouting film on a ton of different players. So check out this YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, man. Help me grow the channel. Just trying to give you an overview of what these players look like. Go take a look at that Florida film. If you haven't seen the game, I think you're going to like what you see. Thanks for watching.